I wanted to actually start this off with just my personal commentary. I think we would all agree that no one wants to be in a breach. I think that's actually what's drawing a lot of interest to this particular webinar is the fact that there's a lot of mystique around breaches and how to respond appropriately, especially in a leadership role. And your experience and being able to talk about that is extremely valuable, and I do appreciate it. So I think we're doing the entire security community a great service with this experience that you're sharing with us today, so thank you very much. Damian, the Landry's breach that we're talking about today took place before your arrival. Can you share a little bit about how it was discovered and what was entailed?
I can, yes, sure, Chip. So approximately 2 months after I took the position as the CISO at Landry's, we started getting complaints, customer credit card fraud. We had some weird network issues going on in our point of sale environment. So the official way that we knew it took place is we hired a third-party firm. They came in, they did a forensics investigation, and sure enough, the confirmation that there was a breach going on, collected artifacts over time, and then through that third party, we were able to put together a summary timeline of events on when it potentially started and when they left the environment.
Very good. Harry, as the CIO of CareFirst during the breach that took place in 2014, can you tell us how the breach was discovered as well as the type of attacks that took place?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I need to ground you for a second in CareFirst, because CareFirst is a BlueCross BlueShield company. We're one of 36 independent BlueCross BlueShield companies around the country. So if you remember back in 2015 when our breach was discovered, before that, a couple months, Anthem had announced a breach, another BlueCross BlueShield company, with 80 million members data was breached. And that set off all kinds of alarms in BlueShield, BlueCross companies around the country. And one of the things that alarmed us was the fact that Anthem announced that the perpetrator had been in there for weeks exfiltrating data without their knowledge. So we immediately brought in a third party and began to scan our environment. While we were scanning our environment, Primera announced they were breached, and they lost 11 million customer records. So we then discovered through a complete forensic analysis of our entire IT infrastructure and applications databases that we had indeed been breached a year earlier in 2014, in the same time frame that Anthem and Primera had identified their breach occurred. The same company did the forensics for all of us. It was traced back to state-sponsored Chinese terrorists or bad actors working for the Chinese government, and that's who we believe perpetrated us. But it was discovered through a complete forensic analysis of our complete IT environment.